Ring Out Podcast go by the name of Papo Jr. Craziest deathmatch wrestling shoots incident, man. These are all indie promotions, man. This video is by Top 10 Wrestling. I hope I get confused with Tap Out going to Top 10. I think it's because of the red and white and silver logos, man. That's why they confuse me sometimes. I hope I got the right one. This has to be Top 10 Wrestling, man. Put the link in the description of the video so you can see for yourself. If I'm wrong, y'all can clown me in the comments. It is what it is. Craziest deathmatch wrestling shoots incident. We got Tessa Blanchard. First person we see in this video, man. Let's get it, man. I'm interested. Let's go. I ain't gonna waste time. Bang. Bang.
Right, guys, we're back again talking more independent wrestling, talking about some of the more infamous incidents of independent wrestling, more specifically deathmatch wrestling today. Looking at shoots, fights, arguments, drama, and moments where it got a bit real during death matches in independent wrestling. And before we jump straight into...
Dude was a big name in the extreme industry, man. That was like, what, 2022, 2021? That fucking pizza cutter thing in AEW that happened between him and Jericho, and that whatever match that was, that no DQ match, they went crazy in that match. But the funniest thing was the pizza cutter. If you know. Jericho with the pizza cutter on Cage, and then we go into a picture-in-picture. We see Domino's. That's the first commercial we see is Domino's. That shit was hilarious. I remember watching that shit live. I was like, oh, hell no. And then it became a big fuss on the IWC, man. So shit crazy. Every time I see Nick Gage, I think about the pizza cutting incident with Domino's.
Just a quick reminder that I am doing my first live stream tomorrow as we do a deep dive into some of the worst of independent wrestling and into the real life feud between Eddie Kingston and Chris Hero. So join me live tomorrow at these times on Incident. You might have heard of this.
I'm recording this on 4th of July, so that already happened.
The Cinder Block incident. You might have heard of this incident before, and it's a disturbing incident where wrestler Angel or Demonio threw a cinder block unplanned at his opponent during a match.
I'm just now noticing the music. It's gonna be a lot of pausing. I'm just now noticing the music. Ding, 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 ding. Shit gonna be crazy. Shit gonna be real right here. Prepare yourselves. You might see some nasty shit. Don't know we got videos or just still shots. Let's get it.
And got them seriously injured. Just an incredibly reckless and criminal spot and moment here.
Oh. Yeah. Viewer discretion is advised. You put the warning there. Let's get it. He got the cinder block. He's walking it. He's walking this.
El ataúd y el alambre de púas y las sillas. ¡Oh, qué sillazo el que le está dando el cuervo a la cabeza del ángel demonio! Durísimo.
Took another one to the head.
No se puede esconder, no se puede hacer un lado el ángel demonio. Todavía resentía el primer impacto y recibió el segundo. Mucha atención. Tiene dos tabiques arriba. ¡Oh!
They didn't show it, but you can imagine it, bro. That was going straight to his head, man. You could just imagine it. Yo.
This match took place on the 19th of November 2018 on a G1/Lucha Memes. Yes, there is a promotion called Lucha Memes/Lucha Libre Boom collaboration show. It was a casket death match between Angel and a Puerto Rican wrestler called Cuerno. As you saw from the footage, getting hit by that cinder block knocked Cuerno unconscious, and after staggering to his feet, he was rushed straight to hospital and he had to undergo emergency surgery in order to remove a blood clot from his brain, all caused by that right there. Thankfully, the surgery was a success and he made a full recovery, but Demonio was widely condemned by...
Casket match, no DQ. I get it. But why go this far? Why? Why go this far? You trying to kill a man, bro. I understand you try to make it dramatic with the violence, but yo, you trying to really kill this man, bro. Brain dead this guy. Brain damage this dude, bro. Like, make him, like, nah. That's effed up, bro.
The entirety of the wrestling world, with some very angry tweets towards his name. Kurt Angle particularly said, "Give me 10 seconds with that stupid MFer that threw the brick. Shouldn't be anywhere
I ain't know
near the
about
business."
this. I wasn't on.
Cuerno was suspended
I wasn't on Twitter at
indefinitely
that
from
time.
that state in Mexico from wrestling. However, he didn't really stop his wrestling career, and he did continue to wrestle pretty soon after the incident took place and on a regular basis across Mexico. And his career wasn't exactly too hurt, because it's not like he was getting booked for major promotions anyway. The final injuries in the end for Cuerno were a skull fracture and an epidural hematoma, if I said that right once again, and a benefit show was held for him to help pay back the money for all the medical fees and all that, which is very... Next up is an incident that took place on an XPW show on April 22nd, 2023, involving deathmatch wrestler Masada in a spot that went very, very wrong for him. As after attempting to blow a fireball...
Independent wrestler set himself on fire in deathmatch, suffering significant burns by TMZ. Why did you do that, bro? This is what I'm talking about.
At his opponent, it went very...
2023, April 28th. 2 years ago. Fucking A.
Wrong, and Masada would suffer significant burns as a result.
Why? Okay, he probably done it before, and it was just a mistake right there. Shit happens, bro. But I feel like he's done it before. But at the same time, fuck, bro. I get it for great dramatic, put on a great show, put on a great match in whatever stipulation they had. But fuck, bro. You seen wrestling with fire before, so. But damn. It was just a damn. Mick Foley versus Edge, WrestleMania. Fucking A. I remember watching that shit live too, man. Edge spears Mick Foley through the flaming table. Lit up the tape. Yo. That shit was epic.
Okay, so tell me what's going on here.
Okay, so I already blew the first fireball and then his second one, and then it literally like went straight to my face, as you saw, and it kind of looks like I'm freaking out, but realistically, like I was staying, as calm as I could be. But I just knew I just need to slap it out, and I started jogging forward to get the flames from like burning my beard off.
Wow.
And I wanted to move away from the fans. I didn't want anybody getting hurt.
Right.
But look how close you are to the fans, though, with that fire. Bro, that's not even 5 feet, bro.
As far as like pain,
from the ring to the guardrail.
Like, honestly, like Renee, it didn't hurt at all.
Masada.
And it wasn't even necessarily like adrenaline going. You know what I mean? It wasn't until like my skin started like blistering up and like, coming off. That's when it really started to hurt.
At least he's good now, man. You can see him right now.
I finished the match.
And then finally, one of the most famous independent wrestling.
I watched this. I didn't watch the match. I watched the fucking man. What's his name? David Arquette. I hope I'm right. His documentary, and I saw this match. I think he got slit right here, somewhere around here. He got slit, and he was holding his soul. He was like, "No, stop." I think it's this match. Let's see, man. But I watched that documentary. That shit was nasty.
Incident is the GCW incident with Nick Gage and David Arquette.
Okay, I got
we
it
all know
right.
David Arquette, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion and
Yep,
Hollywood
that's
actor.
the match.
And of course, Nick Gage is one of the biggest deathmatch wrestlers ever. And GCW, for whatever reason, would put a matchup between the two. I believe it was David Arquette's return to wrestling to prove he could go. But in this match, Nick Gage would cut him up with a pizza slicer, which David Arquette was very much not a fan of and apparently wasn't informed of and didn't know was going to happen.
Bro, it was years ago that I saw this
between
shit.
Nick Gage and David Arquette in real life, and it's one of the most infamous independent wrestling moments of all time. It's been covered on
He stopped
Dark
him
Side
right
of the
there.
Ring
He's
in
like,
the
"Yo,
Nick
hold
Gage
on, man.
episode.
I'm gushing out blood."
He needed to stick to the script, you know what I mean? And he went off the script. and shit like that. You know, it wasn't my fault. Listen, I'm very good at what I do in deathmatch wrestling, and I know how to do things to take care of you. It might look like you're fucking getting hurt and you're getting crushed, but really, like, I know how to do things that won't hurt you as bad as if I do it the real way. You know?
Do you think he just got scared?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're pizza cutting his forehead, and then you pizza cut his mouth.
Yeah, but just relax. You know, you're not the first guy.
That's it.
You know?
I mean, think about that. It's tough to relax when someone has a pizza cutter in your forehead.
Yeah, but he already
Facts.
knows, man. You know, we had this discussion already. You know what I mean?
A discussion and doing are two different things, my man. He never done no shit like this. Two different things, yo. You're aware what's about to happen. We're gonna do this. Cool, but no, hey, this is my first time doing this shit. You having a pizza cutter slicing over my fucking hell no, bro. At the moment, you're fucked. You're shitting your pants if you're doing it for the first time.
It's, you know, it's entertainment, man. I'm not gonna cut your friggin' thing open, but if you're gonna move your mouth open like this when I tell you to stand still, relax. You know, I'm entertaining.
I thought it was
the crowd.
it was years
thinking
ago,
about
bro.
this.
It was like
You know,
2020.
another thing is
2021 I
he
saw
tried
it,
to
I think.
spin and hit a double shoot on me when I'm crushing the glass on his head. Dude, I'm like, relax, calm down. I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna carve your fucking head with the glass. You know, that's all I'm gonna do.
So how did he get the light tube in his neck?
He spun and tried to
that's the
shoot a
one I was
double on
talking
me,
about, with the
and
neck.
I had the glass in my hand where I was gonna, you know, I know what I'm doing, man. You know what I mean? And when I was here, he spun and it went in his neck. And at first, I was like, "Damn, did I just kill David Arquette?" That was my first thought in my head, right?
Let's touch on the.
That's crazy. We heard one side, we're gonna hear the other. The guy that took the, David Arquette himself. But yeah, like it was 2021 that I saw this documentary of this guy, bro, and I saw that shit. He was holding something. He stopped him. He was like, "Yo, chill!" Like he was trying to stop the match in mid match when he was going through it.
Almost dying again thing, because it happened in the ring for everybody who doesn't know. So this is a death match with Nick Gage, which on the outset is insane as it is. Having a death match, number one, but having a death match with Nick Gage is pretty crazy. Your jugular got cut. And what's crazy,
No, my jugular didn't get cut. I thought it did. It did. So that's when I walked out of the ring. I was like,
Yep, he walked out.
No, my jugular.
So when did you realize that there was a problem? Because you're holding your neck here like, you're going to be shooting out a whole bunch of blood.
Yeah, I thought I was. I mean, I did. When I walked out of the ring, I still was like completely like, freaked out and just my life flashing before my eyes and the whole thing. And then I don't know. But I wasn't thinking clearly, even to be in there in the first place. I wasn't sure what the difference between a death match and a hardcore match. I thought it was just like, okay, they used a few more different things. It's just they use more stuff. They can use more stuff. I didn't know that it was so frowned upon. Like, after,
first time, bro.
After the,
and he's not a real wrestler, bro. He just
really
fucking performed before.
A certain segment of the professional population like completely frowns on that style of wrestling.
Or what do they call it? Deathmatch wrestling? Excuse me. I'm using the
Shout out to the experience, man. Brian Lash and Jim Cornette. I enjoy listening to them, bro, while I'm working.
The Christian name. This deathmatch wrestling scene, I realized watching this, I have no idea who any of these people are or what they're doing, because they had this one thing. I've heard this name Nick Gage for years. I had no idea who he was, or I knew about the Arquette incident, but that was it.
Yeah, that's why I saw that clip and a couple of the other clips to determine that, something's going on with the guy. But otherwise than that, I have no idea. Something mentally I'm talking about is going on. But I've never seen him before.
And I came out of this really sympathizing with Arquette for this situation, actually. And yeah, that's it for me on this one, talking about some of the maddest independent wrestling and deathmatch wrestling moments and incidents. If you want to see more deathmatch stuff, let me know in the comments down below what you want.
Of course, people are going to want more deathmatch stuff, so we're going to get more deathmatch stuff, and I'll be here to cover it, man. Shout out to everybody that joined me. Well, the whole video, made it to the end. I appreciate you so much. This is from Top 10 Wrestling. I hope it is. Or Tap Out Corner. It's Top 10 Wrestling. If I'm wrong, clown me in the comments, man. Y'all could do whatever the hell y'all want. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, man. It's free. Join your boy. I do watch alongs as well. SmackDown, PLEs. I'll be here for AEW All In. Join me for that. I'll be here for Evolution for the ladies. Got to do it for the ladies. And to be honest, in my opinion, kind of messed up that the ladies didn't get their own weekend to themselves. They're gonna put it in All In weekend, on a Sunday. It sucks, but we're gonna support them. Shout out to the ladies, man. Can't wait for that. I'll be here. Join me, PLE, watch along, all that good stuff. Rah. I'm good, bro. Till next time.
Goodbye. Mwah, and good night, bang.
Peace.